Alright, in this video I'm going to be making just 3 simple jigs for the workshop. One I already have, the other 2 I'll be making for the first time. So let's see what they are. So the first jig I'm going to make, or remake, is a bench hook. As you can see, this one has had a fair bit of use. Originally made it out of plywood and then just blocks of spruce. That would normally go there. I think with this one though, when I remake it, we can make some improvements on it. This is what I'm going to use for the new one, and this is just a piece of plywood that I had from a project which I, let's just say, never finished. Wasn't happy with it, so I just left it. And then just, again, scrap wood. What I think I'll do is I'll actually deconstruct the original one, because I might as well reuse the screws. Looking at it, I think this is actually about the perfect length, but I am going to have the 2 different heights. That is the basic bench hook done, but we can improve on it. Simply putting a small magnet like that into the end of here. And I'm only going to do it on one side, because then that can assist you on when you're sawing, the saw won't slip. So to do this, I'm going to take this one off again, because it'll be a lot easier to get to it. The magnet is about 15mm in diameter, so I'm going to be using a horse and a bit. So there you go, a quick demonstration on my new bench hook with a magnet. As you've seen, very simple and easy to make. On to the next jig. So the other 2 jigs are for the table saw. Now I've got to take into account for one of them, my fence and the way it's designed. So first up, I'm going to make a tenon jig, which in the end I am also hoping I can use to make angle cut thingies on the miters when I'm doing photo frames. I'll put a note on the video of what it is. Again, I'm just using a scrap plywood. My theory is that goes there, that goes there, and that I'll have a side support, well, a support piece underneath here, and also maybe a couple of blocks on here to support this bit. One theory I have is to make this piece a bit longer either side than what I need it to be. Again, it's just for that extra support. So already I've messed up because I cut this on the bandsaw and it's now too narrow. What I now have to do is put that there. Coming up shortly after this is finished, the third and final jig, the cross-cut sled, because apparently every woodwork shop needs one, or should have one, something like that. Second jig complete. It works. So the cross-cut sled, what am I making it out of? Well, I don't think I've got enough plywood, but I do have 18mm MDF. Before I cut this down to the size that I want, I need to do the runners. And I've got these spare. They are approximately the correct depth. Maybe it's just a little bit too much. So, and obviously they're too wide. So what I'll have to do is just get the hand plane out and get them down to the correct dimensions. Runners are done, so now I need to work out just how much of the MDF I'm going to use. Don't think I need the full width of the table saw. Take a look at roughly, so I think 500mm wide, 400 width. I mean, they do say you can make them whatever size you want, so that is what I'll go with. I've had a bit of a disaster. Right, so as you can probably see here, I've got some washers put in because I forgot yesterday that you don't really want the runners to go down the full depth of the tracks. You want them raised up a bit. Any stiffness later on, I can actually use one of my other planes, just like a shoulder plane, just to trim them off a little bit, but also be putting wax on anyway, as long as I remember. The runners are done. Now it's just the fences that I want to do. So I've got two bits of wood. This one is cherry and this one is, don't think it's a peely, but it might be. But what I was thinking of Does mean okay, this may need cleaning up, but only clean up a little bit. Yeah, so this will go on the back, and then I'll use a small bit of that on the front. That way, if I want to put a stop block on here, this has got more width to be able to work with in a way. In order to attach the fences, start off with the back one. I'm going to be using 2 screws, one at this end, one at this end. I'll be drilling with a 15mm Forstner bit, just so there's plenty of depth in there first, but I won't take too much out. Then I'll use this screw first of all to pivot to get the right angle for this side. But hopefully everything should line up because this is all square. And there we have it, 3 basic style jigs that any beginner can make. Then as time goes on, they can be improved and upgraded, such as adding 45-degree brackets onto the tenon jig to do splines on photo frames or even boxes. And then of course on the crosscut sled, could add a stop block on the back, which I think eventually I will do. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Why not click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, until the next time, Can Candyman.